Sons of Fire, 18. The Masiba Amendments.
The Masiba Amendments outline significant legal and moral reforms enacted before Masiba, including abolition of slavery and concubinage, and protection for maidservants under their masters who face penalties for mistreatment or seduction. The faith is to be lived openly with tolerance for others' beliefs but resistance to forced conversions. They emphasize daily spiritual growth, prudence, and living according to the Holy Writ's teachings, culminating in a life and death befitting a true man.
Sons of Fire, 18. The Masiba Amendments. These are the lawful changes witnessed before Masiba. No man or woman shall own a slave, and no maiden or woman shall enter the household of another, except as a wife or maidservant. To possess a concubine is no longer lawful. A maidservant shall be under the protection of the master of the household, wherein she serves, and he shall render her up in due time. If he lay hands on her in anger, he shall make due payment for it. And if he seduce her, he shall forfeit to her household a third part of his possessions, and may be otherwise dealt with lawfully. If anyone strike a half-wit, or injure one in any way, he shall be severely dealt with lawfully. Court fathers shall be appointed, who will be protectors of widows, orphans, half-wits, the afflicted by fate, and those assigned to them. The court fathers may be responsible themselves, or they may appoint guardians. The property and possessions of any person may be placed in their care. If the court fathers act without good faith, deceitfully or carelessly in their trust, they shall make restitution without stint and be punished otherwise. If two men fight without weapons, using their hands, without wood or stone, except that they may use staves or sticks, and one be injured so that he keep to his bed upward of 3 days, the other shall pay for his loss of time and full healing. If any man gain deceitfully by keeping to his bed, declaring himself to be hurt sorely, he shall not keep his gains, and shall be punished otherwise. If a man fight with wood and stone in his hands, or unlawfully with weapons, he shall be punished severely. If an armed man attack another who is unarmed, he shall pay heavy compensation and be punished severely. If, when men fight, a woman with child is hurt so that she suffer, or if at any time a man cause injury to a woman with child so that either die, he shall pay with his own life. If it can be doubted whether a man caused an unborn child to be stillborn, he shall not die but can be made to pay compensation to the husband of the woman. After her punishment, the life of an adulteress shall be in the hands of her husband. If he redeem her, he may deal with her as he wish. If he redeem her, but does not wish to deal with her, she shall still be denied the status of wife. If a woman use a substance so that she may not conceive, her husband may punish her by whipping or beating, providing he does not draw blood or maim. If a woman make a substance which prevents conception, or give or convey this substance to a woman, she shall be whipped with wands as before. From this time the whipping shall be done on 3 days following each other, and she can be made to pay compensation. If a man make, give, or convey this substance, he shall be severely dealt with. If a woman cause her unborn child to be stillborn, she shall be secluded in a place of confinement for a month, and whipped with 10 strokes of the wand every 3rd day. If anyone supply a potion to cause an unborn child to die, they shall be punished. If a woman, she shall suffer double the punishment of a mother who causes her child to be stillborn, and can be made to pay compensation. If a man, he shall be much more severely dealt with. If anyone poison an animal belonging to another, that person shall pay compensation to no less than 3 times the value. The flesh of horse, squirrel, and rat shall not be eaten. The badger is a creature sacred to our fathers, because it was their salvation, and it shall not be slain. When a child stands on the threshold of manhood, and his manly organs become active, he shall be made a man after the old custom. He shall be handed over the threshold stone, and welcomed as in times past. But this shall be the new declaration. I know without doubt what I am. I am the seed of divinity, implanted within a body of flesh. I belong with those who walk the great path of the true way, and my place is beside them. I am a man knowing manly ways, and I will do what is required of me as a man. My duty is to always protect those who walk with me and never deny my beliefs. I shall be steadfast even under persecution. The tormentor's instruments will not open my mouth. I undertake to bring at least 1 convert into the light. My duty is to take a wife and beget children who will be raised in the light of the great path of the true way. My duty is to provide for them in every way within my power, and to instruct them in the paths of wisdom. My duty is to learn a skilled craft. I will be kind to animals, to vegetation, and to the soil. I will not willfully harm a wild creature or a tree. My duty is to oppose all forms of disorder and lawlessness. It is to learn the purpose of life and to try to understand the design of the Supreme Spirit, who laid all things out in orderliness. I know I must always keep my thoughts clean, my words true and good, and my deeds manly. I know there is a path of evil. It is the way of weakness and cowardice, which leads to self-destruction. I will fight all forms of wickedness and evil wherever I find them. And I know I cannot go manfully through life without opposition and struggle. I know that all men are born mortal and all must die in body. But I believe I am a soul with the potentiality of everlasting life. If, during the trials of life, I am assailed by doubt, I will not remain passive before it. I promise to obey the code of manliness and to follow the paths of wisdom. My tongue will ever speak true and my hand do good. I know that just to do good is not sufficient, but I must attack evil. My duty is to oppose wicked men and their ways, and I will abide in peace with my brothers. My duty is to learn and to understand the teachings of the Holy Writ, so that I may direct my children by its light. I will uphold and support the brotherhood all the days of my life, and expound its teachings to others. I acknowledge that only by example can I be a true and worthy exponent. I will never oppress any man for his belief unless he first attack mine. Even then, I will bear him with tolerance until his oppression threatens to overwhelm me. I will never agree to the conversion of men by force, even for their own good, for this is an evil thing. My only arguments shall be example and common sense. The faith I hold shall not be something imprisoned within my thoughts, but something lived and expressed in deeds. I give thanks for the knowledge that I am a living soul, but I know full well the grave responsibility I bear towards my future being. I will not be a disgrace to earth when I pass to the greater realm beyond. When I become a father of children, I shall accept responsibility for their wrongdoing, even as credit is claimed for their goodness. I shall not seek to blame others for my own failures. I shall be ever mindful of the good things of life and grateful for them. I shall suffer adversity and affliction with fortitude, rising above them like a man and not cringing before them like a dog under the stick of his master. Doubts, fears, unnatural desires, and unmanly urges may lurk along my path like forest demons, which waylay those who travel, but I shall overcome them. I will not hide my contempt for the workers of wickedness and servants of evil. And though they may be in the seats of the mighty, I will accord them no respect. I will never commend that which is wicked. I recognize that my soul and body compete for the satisfaction of their separate desires. I know that each day the body dies a little, that every day it draws nearer to the dark shore. Therefore, I will follow the precepts of prudence, and each and every day will be a step forward in the awakening of my soul. I shall not punish my true self for the sake of satisfying a decaying body. I will live in the light as revealed in the Holy Writ, the written light as revealed to the brothers of the book. I will live as a man, acknowledging my duties and obligations as a man, and I will die as a man.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you've heard and seen, please be sure to click the like and let us know. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for all the latest.